What's going on, everyone? Thank you so much for joining me today. Today, we are going to talk about two big pieces of news. One is the aftermath of yesterday's launch of Bitcoin Cash on Coinbase and GDAX, and the other is Charlie Lee, the founder of Litecoin, who said he is actually selling, or actually I should say sold, all of his Litecoin yesterday, and we'll find out why. So, let's first hit the big topic today, Bitcoin Cash. So yesterday it went live on Coinbase and GDAX, which for those of you who don't know are both owned by Coinbase. So what usually happens is whatever happens on one happens on the other. Now previously they'd announced that by January 1st, 2018, they would support Bitcoin Cash. So yes, they did actually keep their word. But the shock here was that they launched it without any warning at all. And some people think that was a bad move. If you follow the Crypto Investors YouTube channel, he thought that they should have given it a week's notice or so the order books could be populated and the volatility risk would have been minimized. Now, I disagree. I think if they'd have announced it a week ago, we probably would have seen massive pumps all week and then a huge dump when it went live on Coinbase, possibly even bigger than what we saw and what actually happened. I do, however, think they need a much better way to do this in the future. Maybe some sort of phased rollout, like instead of it going live for all 100 million users at once, maybe do it in stages over a 24-hour period, something like that. That could also save their servers from being overloaded. But meanwhile, the volatility was so bad that they halted trading just 4 minutes in. And today, they released a statement from their CEO, Brian Armstrong, right here, who said that they would be investigating accusations of insider trading or information leaking from their staff in response to a huge backlash on Twitter and Reddit. They made it very clear that they have a policy that prohibits employees from leaking non-public information to friends and family and from trading on that non-public information themselves. You can see this right over here. We've had a trading policy in place for some time at Coinbase. The policy prohibits employees and contractors from trading on material non-public information, including when a new asset would be added to their platform. And they also prohibit the communication of material non-public information outside the company, including friends and family. Now, Brian Armstrong, who again is the co-founder and CEO of Coinbase, said that he also apparently made it very clear to all their employees when they disclosed their launch plans, and as well, I guess they have some sort of weekly Q&A session, and he talked about it then, as well as in an additional email to all their employees. So it sounds like he is not at fault here. It sounds like possibly if there was some sort of insider trading or information leaking, it wasn't from him. That's just how it appears for now. And they did say that they're going to be investigating this, and we'll see what that investigation turns up. That being said, unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be a clear way to police this for those of you, or for anyone who does it. It's hard. It seems like it'd be difficult, if not impossible, to catch anyone who breaks these rules. Unless they're stupid enough to do it, on Coinbase or GDAX, which would be supremely stupid. But never underestimate people's stupidity. But what's the takeaway from this? Coinbase needs to reevaluate how they're going to handle future cryptocurrency rollouts. But until then, millions of users are going to continue to use Coinbase, and honestly, I don't see this as affecting them very much in the long term. So that's the big news for Bitcoin Cash. Let's move to Litecoin. Now, this is a CNBC article, but there are lots of articles out there that are talking about this. Charlie Lee, the founder of Litecoin, announced today that he, quote, sold and donated all of his Litecoin holdings over the past few days. Now, Charlie's very active on Twitter, and this has kind of led to some accusations that he trades on the influence of, his voice that he has on the platform. He being the voice of Litecoin, so to speak, he wanted to kind of dispel those rumors and some of the others that are thrown at him, including that he shorts Litecoin and that he pumps Bitcoin Cash for his own benefit, which are talked about later on in the article. He even said that he sold all of his Bitcoin Cash the moment it was tradable, and he sold the 2 that he had stuck on Coinbase almost immediately. So he decided to eliminate this issue and sold all of his holdings in Litecoin, thereby making him, financially an uninterested party, I guess. This led to a little bit of a dip in Litecoin. In fact, I might be able to pull it up here on TradingView. Let me see. I wasn't gonna actually take a look at the chart with you guys, but let's see if we can see. Yep, sure enough. So it maxed out yesterday around 375, and we could see it's been in a fall here, and we're now at the 316 mark. But it did at one point today fall as low as 299. So it did fall into the 200s very briefly. But it didn't close in the 200s. The lowest it's closed is 307, and it looks like it's bounced back a little bit from there. And we'll just have to kind of see how that plays out. In case anybody's wondering, this isn't really the point of the video, but my position on Litecoin is bullish. I think it's going to rise up. I think we're going to see this come back up. In fact, I think this is its resistance personally. I guess you could say that its resistance is more along here, like the low 290s, but in the grand scheme of things, I think it's going to be more in this area, and we're going to see it pop off and come back up. My medium range goal, I guess, I don't really know how you define medium range, but my target for Litecoin is in January at some point. I think we're going to be stabilized above 400. So I know we did have that moment where we had the huge spike. Let me see if I can get to it. So it actually didn't register on TradingView, but at one point we did on Coinbase hit 420 very briefly on GDAX. Actually, it was. If I go to my GDAX account, I may be able to show this to you. Yep, there it is. Let's see if I can get a closer. There we go. So it was on December 12th, and we hit that 420 mark very briefly. And then it's been just kind of bouncing around ever since in this lower 300 range. But I honestly think we'll be well into the 400s and stabilized there in January, and then I'm thinking somewhere in the 500s, the low 500s possibly for late February. So that's my target on Litecoin. I wasn't really prepared to talk about that in this video, but since we're on the subject, I figured I may as well throw it out there. Anyway, that's all the big news for today, so hit me with a like and subscribe if you enjoy my content. If you're planning on signing up for Coinbase or Binance, use my referral links in the description. And as always, please leave comments down below if you have any questions or ideas for new videos. I'm always happy to reply. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.